Good afternoon. My name is Christine Beveridge. I'm the Town of Edson CAO. To my left is Mayor Zahara, Town of Edson Mayor. To my right is Luke Mercier, CAO for Yellowhead County. And to Luke's right is Mayor Wade Williams, Mayor for Yellowhead County. Thank you very much for tuning in today. We have a quick, brief update for our region today. We have seen a little bit of a weather shift. We spoke about that a little bit yesterday that we were anticipating. We're hoping to see some cooler temperatures with some precipitation in the next few days. One of the things to mention is that we've got our fire crews and working now 24 hours a day. That's starting today. So, and what that means is that the guards and the fire protection, they're focusing on the heads of the fire, especially on that finger south of Edson that is very close to our border. Just to note, of course, the fire still remains out of control and is very close to our community. Nothing has changed with that. We have a little bit of good news that there were no new starts yesterday, which is a very positive thing. Once again, our community is full of smoke. So it cleared a little bit yesterday as the day went on, but it's back to being very smoky here. I understand that the air quality is at 9. Just to reiterate, our evacuation order is still in place. Please stay out of our community. We continue to assess the risk and are making plans eventually to have our residents come back. But at this point in time, the evacuation order for the town of Edson is still in place. And there's considerations that that we need to make in order to bring our residents back, our businesses back, and these are extensive plans that would need to be created in order to do so. And of course, we spoke yesterday about what's the most important thing, and that's the risk to the public. Your safety is the utmost importance for us, so we want to make sure that when we do bring you back, that you're safe, you have the services that you need to continue to be safe, and you're able to access services. So I appreciate if everyone, I appreciate the patience with everyone. I know this isn't easy for our evacuees that are displaced, but this is something that we are working, I would say almost day and night, on being able to determine when we are safe to come back. And I spoke last night about those conditions. We have to have all of those conditions met in order to be able to bring you back. One of the very important things as well, so I understand that the call center has been inundated with calls, and this has been consistent, probably for sure our first day of evacuation, but also, now that, we're put out longer, it feels like, we're not able to get back to people. And I can tell you that if it's a non-essential request and it's something that you can find, whether it be on our Facebook, either county or town Facebook, as well as the websites, Twitter, we are trying to get this message out. Also, I do understand that a lot of our news agencies have also been sharing our information as well. So I really encourage that if it's a non-essential request, please don't bog down our call center, because there's some really important requests that are unfortunately we're not able to answer to. We have people been working. We have a 24-hour shift on our call center, and they've been working day and night to try to get through this, and we have not been yet successful, and we're pulling more people in. I think that is essentially all I have. Just again, the evacuation payments to apply and to be able to help support you in these coming days. Thank you.
Thank you, Christine. From Yellowhead County's perspective, I'll echo our comments with respect to the front of the fingers, the fire finger towards Marlborough, that they've made some good progress on that to stop it again. As was mentioned yesterday, they're working on the west and the east flanks to try to stop those from going further outside. The same holds for the finger that is close to Carrot Creek, and so they're making some progress on those. There will be some backburning today, as there will be in the Shining Bank area, so there'll be a little bit more smoke. It sounds like they should be able to get to that backburning today. Other than that, there's no additional information on the fire situation in Yellowhead County. other than we will be making consideration for some evacuation notice changes effective in the short term here, and we'll have more information on that at 8 o'clock this evening. Thank you. Are there any comments from the mayors?
I have nothing for today.
With that said, it's a little bit of a short briefing this afternoon. We would go to the questions and answers right now.
Just 3 questions. Is there a detour around Edson?
There is no detour around Edson.
Are livestock and pet permits available to come in to feed cats?
Are we talking from in the
That I'm
town?
not sure. It's on the county feed. Yeah.
There are permits issued through the 1833 number, dependent on what the specifics are, and just call the number, but we do have permits issued to deal with all animals.
Are there work permits available for mine entry to work at the mine?
The question was there work permits to enter into the mine? And all I can say is it depends on where you're at. There are no work permits per se. Highway 47 is still closed for public access.
Is there information on the payments for evacuees if people have stayed as an essential service?
What we'll do is actually we'll refer that question back to the provincial government. They are the ones actually that issue the payments. That is not a town and county. That's not something that comes from our municipal government. So I would refer that question back to check in with the provincial government on that piece.
We've just had some comments, some concerns about people wandering around the community and what they're saying you're doing about that. And is there still an evacuation order for Shannon Bank?
I'll take that. So the question was about individuals in our community. There we do have presence absolutely from the RCP that are monitoring the situation. That's all I can say. Hasn't been, when we get updates with regards to enforcement in our community, I can confirm I have not been apprised of anything that has been substantially at risk as far as property in our community at this time.
From the county's perspective, we have a similar approach where our police officers are driving the back roads to monitor as best as possible. The evacuation notice is still in effect for the Shannon Bank area at this point in time. Thank you, everyone. We will see you tonight at 8 o'clock.